Right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome aboard tonight's stream. We had a false start, but I do hope that your Christmas time treated you well. We came back with some COVID at home, so at the moment I'm trying to just like have my head that keeps on holding. And I know that we usually focus on Souls-like and hard game lately, but since my brain cannot deal with the fact of getting killed 200 times tonight, we decided to go for a little bit of roguelike. And basically the one that we decided to start with is called Goobies. Goobies is that wonderful little mess that you can see here. You get to buy upgrade. You have a few points depending on like how you score in your percent in games. I take projectile cloner that adds you 1 bullet from the start, and you take whatever you wish depending on like what character you plan on playing. And I would really love to be able to make a crit run. So for now we have 3 character unlocked. We have Wiggle Woogle, we have Dizzy Wizzy, and we have Bingus Bongus. Bingus Bongus do like an AoE around where he walks. Dizzy Wizzy is more like a sniper kind of thing. And Wiggle Woogle, well, he's your basic guy that gets a little bit better chances at getting good loot. So no matter which one you pick, this is one of those games where being able to stack... Wow, this is so slow. Okay, no, it's just because it didn't like fully load. But like you can see that this guy does not shoot often. But when he shoots, he one-shots everything. Like, well, not everything later. But for now, he one-shots everything. These little guys have about 6 HP. And we already do 12. And since we want to go for a crit build, we're going to focus on whatever like gives that to us. That is kind of where we need to go. Everything that like will buff how much damage our bullets are doing, or like increase our movement speed would probably be great as well, because let's be honest, if there is fast enemy coming out at us, we are screwed. There's going to be absolutely nothing I'm going to be able to do. Basically, like it's one of those Vampire Survivor, Soulstone Survivor kind of game where your whole thing is about trying to stay alive as long as you can. Give me crit chance. But luck is good too. I'm going to take the crit chance. We're going to get luck later. And every little buff you get, like I know the one that we picked for now looked like they were pretty common by their colors. But every little thing that you take, if you put not every, a few, I will show you the difference. But every little thing that you pick that have this difference, will get better as it levels up, which is absolutely great, because even thing that you would be like, I don't get how this is good, it becomes good at some point. Like this is great, but I want to take the brisk capsule because our speed is absolute trash. By the way, welcome in, Tina. I'm super happy to see you here. Wonderful. How was your... I think I already asked for your Christmas in a past stream, so how was your day? Ear. So yeah, Dizzy Wheezy is a little slower, kind of enjoyable. When you hear that sound, it means that there's a minibus that showed somewhere. I will wait for him to show because, yeah, he does not really want to play with us. He's just acting like he wants. This one, you need to go and pick your stuff. I'm going to pick Chain Projectile, even if it's 25% for now. At some point, I think it's like 100%. And since our projectile do hit like a truck, it's worth even more. Like, this is why I'm going to go for a very bullet-centric build. It is possible that we regret it later, because, yeah, it's not very much the best to deal with massive enemies. But there's still some stuff that could, like, give us a bit of a false feeling of being being able to, like, multi-strike. 2 Frostbolt. Attack have 10% chance to counter a Frostbolt that's slow, and I'll take it. I'm not... No, fudge, I re-rolled. Implode is better, and it's upon impact. So, basically, now, when I lasted an enemy with my shot, he will explode, but you can also implode, doing a little bit more damage around, and those 2 would be good for what we're doing. Increase attack speed as well. All of these are good. So, if you see those little, like, dots in the bottom left of the thing, this means that this item will turn into something better as we go deeper into the game. I think I'm going to take that for now, but I might regret not having picked the other thing later. It's just attack speed. Like, don't try to make out something cool out of it. It's not. It's basic attack speed, but if you get to carry it like at twice the speed or thrice the speed, it gets more interesting. Also, as you see, sometimes you get like free items from killing an enemy, but some other time you will get like just passive buffs, just stats. They can be crit, they can be like AoE, they can be a bunch of stuff. So we will not try to be hyper focusing on like what they are. I really love how this thing acts, and I don't know, when they bounce, they also trigger like the explosion twice, which is better than it looks. Here, they absolutely obliterate the enemy that are like in mess. And I don't like Mumsa that much. Like, I feel like this thing is not reliable enough. I'm gonna go for this. Basically, now we have 50% chance for a bolt to bounce, which theoretically means that every time we shoot, we do have a bounce on our 2 shots, but like in practice, it's not like this. So we'll see. The nice thing also, I think the explosion trigger before we touch anything with the bolt bounce. Yeah. So like, if the explosion is enough to kill something, you don't waste it. I want to go for Idle Hand, but that lowers your damage. I still go for Idle, and basically, if you are very, very late game and you get like 4 bolt as you start, losing 20% damage to add 1 bolt, not really worth it. But at the point where we are in the game and we just have like +1 bolt, I feel like it's worth. Be proven wrong. No, but like mathematically, it's fine. Like mathematically, it makes sense. Here. Oh, that's great. Like we have at least most of the time 1 bounce happening. I do not want that much AoE. I'd rather get bonus damage per movement speed. Like this adds 0.2 per point of movement speed that we have. We have about like 7 at the moment on that guy. He's slow. That's the thing. He's very slow. But if we get to have a few point in this and a few bonus point to run faster, this is gonna get OP at some point. That was not big boss, that was mini boss. Where's mini boss? By the way, the exploding guy, sorry, not, you know it. The exploding guy will do damage to their friend if you pop him. And this damage, I think, can be crit as well. Woo! Poinks. That's good. We found a way out. I want more chain. 75% of the time it's going to chain. That start to look good. Like, I don't have to aim much. As long as my bullet touch something, they're going to like aim for something else. I think this guy's a healer. It's either a healer or it's a healer. Okay. So basically, whatever is around him, when he does his attack, will also get heal. So it's not that significantly changing. I'm gonna take the 2 saucer, but I'm really I never hype them up at a very high level. I don't know if they get to be worth something at some point. I'm not sold to the saucer yet. They kind of feel weak most of the time. Yeah, had a lot of chores to do. I totally understand. I totally understand, Tanag. I'll let you do your or it was today. We're probably catching up on like whatever the cleaning had to be after like receiving family. Tranquilizing mask time 4. This is very good. If we get 1 more, we get like the top level of that thing. And this is a bit like the Bible in Vampire Survivor, but in a little bit weaker. You gain to shoot 2 launchable. That's I'll take the bonus to projectile instead. Like, if I ever get the spikes that just like spring out of enemy when you shoot them, could end up being very paying. So let's do this. And I also think my bullet damage does count for my see, the Tranquilizing Mask does that. It slow up enemies that get hit by it, and at some point it starts like even knocking them back. For now it's chill. Later it's gonna be great. It's just, it gives you time. You don't have to like be over prepared, or like, it's gonna be great also against like the runner later, because they will try to get inside our range and these little bubble will push them back. So the 4-time our tranquilizing mass was great. There, it's just a defensive item. You know it. Like, you kind of need 1 or 2. I was not planning on getting any. Splinter is the thing I was talking about. And since we got the +1 damage for with this thing, oh, do we get crits? I want to see my crit. I want to see my stats. Show me my stats. I got 32% chance of crit. It's not great enough. I'm gonna go for all projectile +2. This one I don't think will get better as we go. I didn't check, but like flat, it's flat damage. It's a good flat damage extra. I need to go. Those are runners, but those are not the armored runners. They sploosh quite easily. This is the difference. Oh, everything's gonna chain up to 4 times. Additional damage for... And it does more damage as it bounces. This is insane. Like, so now, every time we shoot, we get up to 12 target that gets hit. Because of the multi-strike. This is good. So basically, it feels like the run you do when you try to focus on the fire buff. But with a little bit, with way more ability to focus damage. I'm gonna get more crit. Because there's other stuff triggering on crit that could be interesting for later. Maybe the X, so we'll see. And everything just melts. So for this stage, I believe that we are ahead of the curve at that point. At some point, all of this will be more tanky. Like all the leeway that we have at the moment will be lost at some point. I don't want any of those two AoE move. I think the bullet multiplication is good enough by itself. Also, the fact that like it takes the time to trigger the explosion and get a kill before I decide who it bounces onto, just it makes it feels unnecessary to take anything else. I may want to have a lot of implosion to fit with that. That could be nice. Every time an enemy killed, he has 10% chance to do boom. A little bit of damage. Obliteration. If an enemy is full HP, basically 95% or more, and you hit him, you have a percentage of chance to like trigger an extra time a part of that damage. I don't know what it does at high level. I just know that like for now in those 3 options that we had, feels like it's the good one. Here. Yeah, it's going well. I love to see those numbers just popping off all over the place. I'm not sure how useful it is, but since we get to like do the damage with the bullets, a lot of the thing that like usually ends up being a problem, like having too many enemy trying to circle you around, or having all those you've seen the long leg spiders. These things are long range enemy. So if you're trying to play a thing that like is very defensive and requires you to stay close to your enemy, well, you're gonna have a hard time against the spiders because they're just gonna obliterate you. I want more damage, or yeah, I'll take more damage. Not that like the other thing was not good. Your initial attack will pierce an enemy 1 time. I'm not sure if it's gonna screw the bounce or not. I'm gonna take it. I'm confused. Yeah, no, I think it starts to trigger after the bounce are done. So it's not going to be great for like group of enemy like this, but we already got like enough power against group of enemy like this, so it's not so bad. Here, we're fine. And if I would take a corner, that would probably be way easier to protect actually than just like that's it. That's this guy shooting at me. There's a mini boss that spawns somewhere. Let's wait until we see him. Woo! A lot of shooters. I get to have 1 more trigger and more damage per bounce. Our movement speed, I think we're going to go for exponential chain. I really believe in that move. If I get to have like more multi-shot and lowering my damage even more, the bonus damage on every bounce is going to pay for it. Like easily. Give me more black holes that I don't have to buy. That's great. Here, that was an Ealing lootable, you know, like it was pretty obvious. I guess everybody is kind of used to this. Here, it's a thing though about video game. Like this game does not explain you much what you have to do. You have to have played other game of this genre to really understand what is happening. At first, like if you play a few games, you will understand. But that's another one of these games without a what I would call a proper tutorial. I'll go for this, man. This is so insane. So I don't know how high this thing can be. I guess it probably does not really need a limit, and that should be our priority for this whole run because we have the sniper boy anyway. So like this will let us target the main enemy, the boss, and just get free damage on all the trash mobs around him without even really focusing on them. I would like a little bit more splinter triggers. Oh yeah, Zygrid. Zygrid is basically like dropping balls on the floor And you have to dodge when she does. Like now, it does. Yeah, that was it. That was all Sigrid had for us. That's it. She's already dead. That is a good run. Like, let's not expect for this to happen all the time. But we get good material. Those two goes together hand in hand, but I'm going to take more Splinter. And eventually, I think, like, Splinter get a chance to Splinter up again. Woo! That is a lot of bonus movement speed. Okay, that's Citrine. That's this thing. We're going to see how much it is at the end. This thing. We now have 50% every time. Okay, 50% increased attack speed. And 15% chance to do a crit. I think it's going to trigger like almost every shot that bounce until the end. Like that is a great loot right there. I don't know how insane it can go. I don't know how much we can like also maybe multi-trigger this. Maybe it's not a thing. Here? But I don't see why it wouldn't be. A yellow sapphire. Yeah, movement speed and bonus damage, I'll take. Basically, it encourages you to go and try to be a little faster on later picks. So I don't see why I would not. The only thing that's kind of weak about it is that it does not power trigger into something else. Like, it does not become a better loot later. It is just a flat bonus that progress on a linear way instead of at some point becoming exponential. That's what I can, like, probably see as a weak point to it. On the opposite of like our exponential chain that we have 6 of, that seems to be growing exponentially damage wise. There, that is probably going to be our best run that we've had yet, and I'm counting everything that we did like off stream on this game. I want speed because that gives me damage, and that gives me also like security. It is my defense. Speed is my defense. I would like to have one more tranquilizing mass so that it starts like knocking back enemies. It would not be that useful for now. The moment where it's going to be great is going to be when the enemy are going to start to the wave are going to start to have like tanky runner like these things, but with a helmet on their head. At that point, it will be more than important. It's going to be like pretty much necessary. Can we have a boss? Okay, we have a mini boss. That's fair. There is a sub quest, like a mission that you have to do where you have to kill a mini boss in 5 seconds. I cannot imagine yet how we do that. I don't think it's a thing. That's my take on this. Like, I think they just lie to you. Of the fact that just focusing on one guy here, see all the minions, the trash mobs are just dying around. One time 20% attack speed, I'm taking. It's really not bad. I'll take the little Elup, though I don't feel like we really need it. And we'll wait on the side of that magnet for like when shit's gonna start hitting the fan. We have another Elup just in case. Okay, did this hit me? No, it did not. Fudge, I accidentally picked it. Upon finishing a combo streak, explosion of energy erupt from within, dealing damage to 50% of the combo streak. It calls me, but this would be better. I'll take this. I'll take this because this thing, like, at some point will get even stronger, and I think this is the play because we have a lot of citrine. There. As you can see, Goobies loves rock. This is what I understood from this whole game. Goobies loves rock. What are Goobies? These are Goobies. And there's a lot of our basic passive item that are just like rocks. So now, when we get kills, we get a combo that builds up in the middle. This combo goes down quicker and quicker, depending on like how high it is. And to be able to refill it, you have to make kills. The big AoE that happened around us is like 200, like at that point it was 200 damage. It's 50% of whatever we had accumulated as a combo that will splash on the enemy that are close to us. It is, for now, totally useless. Like, we have absolutely no use to it. I'm hoping that at some point, it's going to be necessary for us to survive. But since most of our build is about, like, shooting stuff from afar, I should have picked the C-Train. It's good. Okay. Even more bounce. Even less focus. Like, we just have to shoot something and let the game do its stuff. The aim seemed to be quite solid on those bounce. To see a magnet just so that I don't have to walk all over the place. But the thing is, when you lasted the boss of the zone, it also like act as a magnet and you get back all the XP that is on the floor. So worst case scenario, that thing's gonna get picked up for us at some point. For now, pretty chill run. Here, let's see the Goobies try their hardest. I don't know if those things are Goobies as well, or just like bad guys. And if they are supposed to have another name. And you can see the tranquilizing mass basically carrying us. The only thing that like put us in danger in this map at the moment might be the shooter, like the long range units. Out of that, the rest just does not make it to us. I just want a 5th tranquilizing mass. I think I'm going to be fine with 5 unless the game like forces me to get more. There's a magnet hub there. I'm going to go there and wait for the boss to show. If I go there, all the enemy are going to spawn like from the bottom left. It's going to be easier to just shoot in the lot. Okay, well, if there is quick enemies with armor at that point, I think they reach us. I think we still have like one call for danger that we're going to have to take in consideration from them. Yellow Sapphire. I want this. I want the loot that we get to be a little bit luckier. I don't want Tree Hugger. Tree Hugger is great if you get it early game. Basically, if you hug a tree, which we could do, but like I won't. When you hug a tree, you get to have, hi, that's how you do it. You get to have sometimes like some XP that will drop. Early game, this is insane because it lets you skip on the farming of a few early level. But the more the game goes, the weakest this item becomes. And once again, we have Imam. Imam got 2 moves. He got that, and he got the 3 pump 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 in a cyclic pattern that he's going to use. That's about it. 3 times 10% crit damage. This is great. We are now at 70. No, we are now at 40. Wait, no, we're not. We're not. We have Citrine over that, right? Yeah, we have Citrine over that. This is good. This is actually good. I think we are like at 70% at the moment. Or some shit like that. So it's good. I've noticed, and it's a feeling. It might not be a thing, okay? But I had the feeling when I was holding into the same map for too long that after that, the next map was becoming increasingly difficult. As if like the more there's enemy, the more you take time, the more there's enemy. A little bit like in what's the name? Risk of Rain. So I am not prone to try to like extend my stay in a map unless I have Tree Hugger, which is giving you a motivation to try to find like a very far tree from the drop-in spot and trying to like get some extra XP out of it before the map is done. This is nice because I'm pushing it back a bit and the tranquilizing mask just hold him back. So we didn't even have to run. Silly Saucer. I'm going to reroll. Fire's better. Like Silly Saucer, like as you can see, it's not the worst, but yeah, it's useless. That little thing is just dancing around me. It barely does damage, and eventually at lunch, I don't get exactly. These are the armored runner. These are the enemy that are actually the worst to fight with. Because they just run too fast. They get me even like when I have a decent speed build, or they push me into more tanky units. The tranquilizing mass will be a very good tool against them. Here, once again. There. All the long range bad guys. Give me more attack speed and more chance to get a frenzy. I don't know if at the end I finish like with a perfect chance at frenzy. I would like to. Here. Because at some point that rug's gonna kind of change, not color, but like shape. It's gonna become more pristine, more perfect. Here. This guy is summoning stuff and he also walks very slow, so that's fine. It's a hard tank. This is basically what this is. Here. If it was not of him, we could focus on anything else at the moment. Here. Let me out. I'm gonna go get the buff later. I don't mind. Like, woo! There's a lot of color. I think I'm gonna have to go and display damage. Put that off just because I can't see what I'm doing anymore. Okay, 2 cross is good. 2 cross is good. When you do a crit, you have a chance for just a cross to like do damage to something around, which isn't like, it's great. It's not bad at all. Not the greatest thing, good enough for me to like enjoy. And since we have the right kind of build for it, it just works. Why are the damage back? I thought I took them off. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There's 2 magnet. I'm gonna pick one now. Cracked Ruby. So better chance at, no, same chance of critting, but better damage from critting. And bleed. can trigger when we do a crit, which is like 70% of the time. Or 65, something like that. Like in those, yeah, 65% of the time we do a crit. So that's good. Here. Shoot the shooter. Yeah, okay, there's one more right there. There's a few more. There's a lot of them. I think when they don't get to move anymore, they start shooting. Attack have a 25% chance to spawn a lightning. I want this. And I want this more than I want fire. So I'm going to take chain lightning. Because every time, like one of our things that are bouncing 7 times hit a thing, there's 25% chance to summon lightning. But once you reach level 4 with lightning, it's like 100%. So it starts off good. It also ends up being a little insane because of the exponentiality of the skill. Which I guess it's probably what you should encourage when you do play this game. You can get move that will exponentially get stronger. Like the fire is very good because the AoE gets even bigger as it goes. And the damage as well. So like at some point, if you get 1 kill, everything else around dies. And they have a chance to like also pop. And those have a chance to also pop. Correct. Okay. It provides me a damage multiplier. It's not bad. Hi, Atrocious. How you doing? Welcome to Goobies, Atrocious. It is a fun vampire survivor like. That's how I'm going to define that. It's a bullet hell / heaven. And at some point, there's a lot of things that's going to happen on the map. But for now, it's kind of chill. It's been like 20 minutes. And our sniping build, carrying hard. With a decent range and a lot of like multi-triggers. Where's Zygrid? Zygrid! I was looking for you. You were in the mess. Here. I love to hug the enemies when it's possible. And Zygrid just asked to be hugged. Like Zygrid wants your love. Here. Also, even for the long, like the ooh, Halo starts to get crazy when you're low HP. The lowest you are, the craziest it is. And when you maxed out Halo, I'll take this. I'll take this, but I will consider the +5 damage, the +5 flat damage. AoE radius is not. I'll take it, but like it's really not what's great on our build. It's better than nothing, but it's very close. I'm gonna get straight into the pink thing because I don't want the enemy to just like get stronger because time passes. How was your Wednesday, Atrocious? And is your heroic run on Baldur's Gate started and like challenging you at the moment, or is it still a work in progress because you want to test like 500,000 build? There we go. Expensive. Ooh. Did you go to dinner? Did you go and grab food? Did you buy something for the Boxing Day? What did put you behind? That's the question. Here? It could also be like energy-wise expensive, you know? Like when people around you are super draining and you have to deal with that. Here. Avoid the baby behavior. They are costly. Now, I need to still dodge the... I'm gonna have to kill those stupid display damage. Can I save and apply? Yes, okay. I think that might have been it. Nope. Can I on display damage? Save and apply. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Now, at least I can aim, okay? Here. The thing is, the damage displaying was preventing me from seeing where the enemy would shoot. That's why it was important. I kind of want to level up of the thing that like gets bonus from the combo because it also heals you for a percentage when it goes higher. That is trash. I want more. There's only a 2 time though. That is trash, but they put like a pretty good odor onto it. So now we have 45 plus 25. It is a great 70% chance of crit. Like we have more chance to crit than not to crit, which is great. This guy's a healer. He's probably one of the least scary mini boss. Because, ooh, runners! These I hate, I told you. Like these are dangerous because they have armor. They tank well. and they charge you. Here, that's fine. I just don't need another mess of these while I kill this guy. Thank you, Bakara. Spikes. Okay. I don't see why not. Like with the multiple it that we have, spike probably do something. And those trigger not when an enemy dies, but like when you hit them. I'm gonna get more speed because that's basically more damage and also more ability to run away from the bad runners. Here, I was shooting in the wrong direction. Here, I don't see why I would go anywhere else. It's gonna be there like shooting away, cannoning up. Expensive because, okay, you still work in progress. You're on a run because you realized you are not doing good with squishies. You need to play big, bulky tank for survival. That's a nice thing to learn. Like, at the very least, you get closer to what you are expecting. And, by the way, in Hero, if a character fails, can you revive him as long as someone in your team survived? Or is it done from the moment one dies? Big question, because I did not like check the rules or anything about this. I kind of want to go and prepare my own Hero run, but I also know that yeah, I'm probably gonna lose. I did a little too much in the tactician one, okay? So yeah, I do not go there believing that I'm like above and beyond everything that is dangerous in this game. Yeah, expensive because you have an app that allows you to use money you don't have on certain shop. Virtual book. And some minis for a lot of money. Ooh, I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. That will be... That you'll have to pay starting Friday. I understand. So I guess that like you were like, my pay's coming in later this week. I can buy this. That shall not be too much of a problem. I think. Like, if it is the thinking that was behind it, not so bad. Like... I would recommend waiting to have the money instead of like repaying it, but I understand that like Black Friday deals are often an extra pressure that we should not have to deal with here. On my side, we did resist the urge of going for anything. Like, I've been spending the last month on strike, so yeah, we will not find spendings. Though I gotta say, there was a... what's the name? A Calipze that did call my name. No lie. The Calipze was literally screaming like, Calipze, need space to like... the stuff your girls own. Not even you, like, your girls own. You need another Calipze. And I was like, yeah, but do I? I kind of do, but I resisted the urge. They were on sale also. Here, please, I just want the extra loot this guy gives before I leave for the next map. Give me my extra loot and let me reach this without it being a problem. Feed! Yes. Okay. Cool. I'm okay with chain lightning. That's even more chance I'll have like the... No, you can revive if your party survive. Okay, but you need to survive. What? I understand, like, there's... I know the answer to that, but like... Technically, if you know you are fine with 3 characters for a fight. Even if you're wrong, if you think you're going to be fine with 3 characters for a fight, can you leave one at base? And what's his name? Fudge. Skeleton McFace. You know what you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Does he revive your guys? If he does, this sound like there could be a weak point in the way that this is like planned up. So I will guess that like Skeleton McFace is probably not able to revive your guys. I feel if the goal is to make a challenging encounter and like game and everything, there should not be a Skeleton McFace here, or at least he should not be. Yeah, he should be there for resetting your stat and everything, but he should not be there. That has not been nerfed. Oh, okay. So like it is a valid strategy to just have a party made of 3 guys that would be able to survive, and or walk with your You're gentle. Wow, I'm so I'm in shit. 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 I'm gonna run. I made it. Okay, so. But then you need the triangle. Call the triangle. One healer, one striker, one vanguard. Or, and you will aid this, but like 3 Gloomstalker assassin. And yeah, the least aggressive playstyle. I know there's so many counter against which it's not going to work that easily, but like, if you give them the right spell, I think you can get out of most of the trouble. I'm in shit. I'm in shit. I'm in shit. I need for them to die before I can move. Let's go. Screw the armored runner. Screw the armored everything at that point. Like, look, we're getting screwed. It is fine. It is my longest running playthrough yet, so we're going to have a lot of loot from that to be able to upgrade for the next few ones. And it's going to be the only like run we're doing of this game tonight, because I'm kind of happy that it went well enough to showcase the game decently. After that, I have a weird one. It's called, like, I think Pikunuku Dream, something like that. Nice, but also weird. What is happening? So, Tiny Rick, we are playing Dizzy Woozy, the little guy here, which is pretty much working on a crit build. We are doing an exception. My brain was not able to carry for some souls like tonight. We got COVID. Yay! My 2 baby got COVID. Yay! My wife got COVID. The whole household is gonna be in-house for the next 10 days. Woo! So, yeah, my brain was just like, no, you can't do that. Like, you already hurt. So I went for a pretty dumb game, which is this. It's called Goobies. It's called Goobies. And it's basically like a Vampire Survivor-like, if you know what it is. So, Vampire Survivor, Soulstone Survivor, what else do I have that plays this thing? Brotato a bit. So it's this. And all these guys, they have different, like, moveset, and they try to kill my Dizzy Woozy, which is, that very cute green, and what the hell are those lasers? I've never seen Gaia do lasers, but I guess she doesn't care. So that's new. 2. It's fine. Like, it's not so hard. There's only 3 lasers. And I can aim, which is kind of nice. And Gaia, the bad guy right there, is trying to get me while I try to survive, killing it and all the little enemies around it. Thank you for the lurk, Pika. It's always super appreciated to have you around. And we're like, what? Yeah. I'm a white blood cell. This is oh, the thing around me. The thing around me are called tranquilizing some shit. If you've played there's a name, a Vampire Survivor, it's basically the Bible. They, at the level they are at the moment, because they are not at the start, they will push back enemy by a little, and they will slow them up. So basically, it's a very good defensive tool. It lets me do what I have to do to the bad guy without being too much over-pressured by the runners. Also, at the moment, we are using a speed build-ish, with a lot of points invested in being able to do a lot of damage with our spikes that are bouncing all over the place. So it's going decent. 60% attack speed. How much do I have? That's fine. It's gonna be like 25% more. Tranquilizer, something. Yeah, this thing, exactly. The yellows, that's healing. That could be great. I'm gonna take this though. Healing is good, but if you don't die, or like you don't take damage, you don't have to heal, right? That's a very optimistic way to see the world. I would love to have like just a better healing item than what this little square was. So the square was reducing also the damage you take. So basically, at the moment, our whole build, we are probably going to get fudged soon. Our whole build is around shooting stuff, having the stuff bouncing a lot, doing more damage as it bounces, and triggering some side attack when it does. Is it the best approach? Well, I mean, there's a lot of things in this game that actually do play well together. I wouldn't say it's the best. I would say it's a fun one. Like, at the moment, it's kind of chill as long as there's no runner. Because all those little guys, they can't pass my my orbs. And eventually there's runner coming that are just like, I don't care. Or there's the other pain, which are the shooter. Yeah, I should have moved more. Now I'm kind of fudged. Okay, I'm going there. We're running away. And we made it. Okay, now I need to run away more. I kind of want this, but I'll do a whole island run before I pick this. Come to me. I need more AoE. Moment where you start regretting not having more fire. Because more fire would probably be great at cleaning the big massive enemy from the moment 1 or 2 dies. Like eventually it turns into a volcano. It's super nice. Here, give me the loot. And now, oh, I could stack a bunch of combo, and like once it's super close to pop. Oh, fudge, no, that's gonna kill me if I do that. Like I had as a plan to just hug my enemy, but I believe this could go wrong. Let's get ready though, because there's one that's gonna pop soon. I'm gonna die because greed. Or not. Because luck, I guess. Okay, good. Well, that didn't hit shit. Okay. Armored guys, we will run away a bit and try to make our chips at them. Ooh, oh, fudge. You're now popping... Okay, now the Krakens are popping an armored unit instead of normal one. This is what I understand. Yeah, okay. They're gonna be a problem. Yeah, there's runner and there's also armored runner, which are the worst thing ever. And if you want to go late in the game, honestly, that's why I'm kind of happy the game gave me the tranquilizer, because I didn't have to pick one and we have 6. These are your best tool to be able to buy yourself a bit of space in between. Runners. I'm dying. Like, it's clear for me this is the island where we fail. We're gonna hold for us. Oh, that's it. That's it. We died. We died because one of the Kraken exploded. So we have a blob moon. The blob grows stronger. Ooh, bad guys are going to be stronger, but we're going to get more loot. This doubles the XP. I'm okay with that. That's good. Gonna be more loot. And we just got plus 319. So we quit. Thank you for the lurk, OG. Very much appreciated. And now we have we could buy some other upgrade, but I'm gonna decide which upgrade we go for the next time we like play, depending on like which Goobie we go and play, because there's different character and all the characters have some different stuff. It's like a game from Rick and Morty universe. Yeah, but not the main series. More like the thing they have when they are changing channels. Like they go onto the interdimensional cable. Not main stuff. But yeah, what is the name? Is it Mr. Poopy Bottle? It sounds like the kind of thing that would have Mr. Poopy Bottle in.